Hi guys, the time is nearly 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, so I'm really pleased to say I've just finished a 30-minute session on the bike, so really pleased with that. Normally at this time I'd be slobbing out in front of the TV, but we managed to get quite a bit done today, so all the Christmas decks are down, we've done food for the week, we've had a meal, we've done the ironing. A lot of my missus has done a lot of that, so massive support from her, but it's meant that I've just been able to utilise the time now that we've got, and I would never have done it before. So often, and I don't know how you get this, often I find time the barrier, and I've always used time as the excuse. And I think what's working for me just this first week is actually having stuff in the home that you can then just do easily. So the amazing thing is, as well, I'm dead excited to say this, is I did my first ever Pilates class today. Now I didn't go outside to an instructor, we did it on the TV, and my wife joined me, and she actually encouraged me. I didn't even think about it, and she came up and she said, oh well, we had a look at an app and we were about to play the video. We'd put the phone into the TV, so we had a big screen, not knowing what we're doing, we're just starting out, heard lots of good things about Pilates, and it was going to cost £40 a month. Now straight away that's was a bit of a barrier, if I'm honest. So we had a look on YouTube. She found a brilliant Pilates session, and it was great because we actually did it together, and I'm just thrilled to bits with that, because when I set out on this was about me, but if my wife can get involved with it, that will be amazing. And she already has been, like I was saying about the meal planning and stuff. And now she's starting to talk about, oh well, what activities can I do? And I'm like, really, like, that will be amazing if she does that. It's incredible. I'm really dead chuffed. So Pilates, again, I didn't do any exercise yesterday. I didn't beat myself up for that because I'd had a good first 5 days or whatever, and family commitments I guess were there to do, and I loved it. It was great to be a part of it all. And then, so two things happened yesterday of significant note to share here. Is the first thing is I went out on a night out and I didn't drink alcohol. And whilst we're only 5 days into the new year, that was a really good thing for me. I was really pleased with myself. After the first round of drinks, when people said, oh, do you want a Peroni? My ears pricked up, I'm not going to lie. There was definitely that desire to have a beer, if I'm really honest about it, but I didn't. I had Diet Coke for the rest of the evening, and I still felt great. Still can have a good night out without drinking. So I think the thing I want to focus on is what's a really good alternative if I'm not going to do that. And we've had one tonight, so I've had Slimline tonic water with lemon and lime with ice. Great, just feels like you're having a bit of a drink, even though it's quite healthy for you. So I was pleased with that. I did, however, have a Chinese, so I had a chicken and lemon, and that was about being out and not having a meal prepared and stuff. So a bit of a note to self about really planning meal times, recognising though that's even more difficult when you're not at home because you're less in control of it. So that's going to be an interesting thing that I'm going to, I guess, carry forward. And did I need to go and have a Chinese? No, I didn't. But again, one meal out of a whole week, it's like put some perspective on it. So I'll be really interested and curious come the scales on the way in next week to see where I'm at in this journey being Fitter for 40. So far so good. Loving it. Thank you so much for all your comments and support. It's just a little bit overwhelmed, to be honest. It's been incredible. Big shout out to Damien, who's saying about looking progress and seeing if we can implement these changes on a long-term basis, and that's absolutely the plan. Tina, again, more support, more suggestions today about things that I can do and do differently, so again, that's really helpful. Rob, I'm definitely going to come back to you about the run, so I've definitely not forgotten you, and Jason and Ian about the cycle ride. Again, I'm really excited to come and do that with you and spend some time doing it. It's really, really good. I'm really enthusiastic about this. And what I'd, for me, I'll share my encouragement. I'd really get you to think about what is your motivation if you're doing certain things in January or further than that says, why is it super important to me? For me, a couple of reasons. I genuinely want to be fitter, but what does that mean? It means a lower BMI. It means being a fitter dad. It means being around for longer, I guess, in the absolute long term for my daughter and for my wife. It's very core of it, as well as being fitter for myself and getting back to where I could be. And it's not that I'm unhappy now. I can't say that I'm not unhappy or not confident as a person or know myself. I absolutely do. But I know that from a physical perspective, I kind of want to now lean into improving the current situation. And then there's a few other reasons from a work perspective in terms and professional perspective going, can I set myself some goals and then face into them, and go and achieve those goals and being quite strict on myself. And, I'm managing to do that so far. And again, I'll reiterate, for me, I know that we're right at the start of this, and it's easy to say kind of week one. It's not easy to start and do, it's definitely not, but it's once you've got going this first week, if there's ever going to be an easy week to do this stuff, I recognise it's now. And it'll get harder and harder and harder, and that's where the support, the routine, the motivation, the drive, the resilience is going to be super important. And I think I had a really good grounding last year listening to some of the just incredible people I've already spoke about on other vlogs, Gary Neville, Chris Casper, that have really inspired me to then think about, I can do this for myself. Daniel Casimir, about how he's turned his life around. So loads of inspiring people, and I hope you're enjoying it. If you're not, you can unsubscribe or you can dislike. It might not be for everyone this, but I'm just gonna give it a go and keep posting. So really appreciate your support, and I'll see you soon.